The story begins when a high school student is transported to another world, where he finds himself being chased by a low-level rabbit monster. His name is Hibiki Manabe. Since Hibiki has no idea what's going on, he keeps running non-stop across the vast grasslands there. Finally, he hears a young girl, let's call her Menu-san, speaking to Hibiki in a spoiled, just woken up voice.
I'll show you your status. Do you want to stop my voice guidance?
Hibiki replies, no, don't go. I don't want to be alone. Suddenly, Hibiki tripped and the rabbit monster's attack missed and struck Hibiki's bag, killing it when Hibiki's head landed on top of it. What a pitiful death for a monster. Meanwhile, an elf girl named Amalia was being told by someone that something valuable was approaching from the east of the grassland. Hearing this, Amalia fell silent and was confused for a moment. Then a beautiful, eye-catching scene appeared there. Wow. Confused by the situation, Hibiki checked his phone, only to find that there was no signal at all. He was also starting to get hungry from all the running he'd done earlier. He considered eating the rabbit monster, but he didn't know if its meat was safe to eat. Menu-san immediately showed Hibiki the rabbit monster's stats again. Its meat was delicious when made into soup and had a grade A rating. Hearing that, Hibiki forced himself to carry the rabbit monster to process it later, though his face looked disgusted as he held the rabbit's carcass. Curious about Menu-san's voice, Hibiki tried to ask her to explain the details of the backpack he was carrying. Menu-san said that the backpack was unrecognized and its material wasn't from this world. Hibiki grew even more confused because Menu-san said, this world. Hibiki then tried asking all sorts of questions and learned that there was a labyrinth dungeon beneath where Hibiki was standing. Hibiki also tried checking his own status. Nothing seemed special, but there were some tutorials about skills there. When Hibiki asked about Menu-san's identity, Menu-san simply replied,
I'm just here to support your status.
Resigned to his current situation, Hibiki tried using the tutorials to activate the skills listed there, including the world map. It showed only the path Hibiki had taken, going in circles with no direction. Well, at least he could use this Isekai version of Google Maps to find the right way. That afternoon, Hibiki finally found a path and was so overjoyed that he tripped and fell. Shortly after, Menu-san announced Hibiki's new title, a person stranded in an Isekai. Just as Hibiki was bewildered by his new title, a wolf monster suddenly appeared beside him, causing Hibiki to scream in surprise, and the wolf was startled too. Why are you so surprised, dude? Choo. An arrow from Amalia killed the wolf in an instant. This startled Hibiki twice over, and wow, those twin peaks again, Menu-san said.
Hibiki, you can communicate with the people in this world using your language skill.
Hold on a second, Menu-san. Explain it later, said Hibiki. Hibiki thanked Amalia for saving him, and Hibiki introduced himself to Amalia. Hibiki was amazed to see the elf girl in front of him. He thought it was just cosplay. Interrupting Hibiki's conversation, which Amalia couldn't understand, Amalia asked, what are you doing in the labyrinth meadow? Hibiki said he didn't know why he was there. More precisely, he had suddenly appeared in that meadow. Sensing something odd about Hibiki, Amalia paused for a moment to process this strangeness. Meanwhile, Hibiki told Menu-san to check Amalia's status, which turned out to be 56 years old, perfect for me to be my wife. Hibiki began to realize that Amalia was a real elf girl, and Menu-san's voice could only be heard by Hibiki. With a shocked expression, Amalia explained that the maze meadow was actually a monster disguised as an ordinary meadow. It wasn't too dangerous because it wouldn't attack directly. It would only devour any prey that grew exhausted from getting lost. With tender affection, Amalia hugged the adorable Hibiki against her twin peaks, and this is what made me incredibly jealous of Hibiki. It should have been me, not him. Amalia thought Hibiki was a 10-year-old child, but in reality, Hibiki was 16 years old, which surprised Amalia because Hibiki had a baby face for his age. As night fell, they ate together while chatting. Amalia explained that Hibiki was now in the kingdom of Hebrastia. Hibiki felt sad because he knew nothing about this world, and also because he wouldn't be able to return to Japan. Amalia tried to comfort Hibiki and promised to take him to the city later. Hibiki and Amalia then went to sleep together, and Amalia cast a protective spell around them so that no one would disturb them. Amalia gazed at Hibiki's cute sleeping face and realized that Hibiki was something precious, just as her spirit had said. Amalia was very unfamiliar with the clothes and equipment Hibiki had brought. As Amalia fell asleep, her spirit said, Thank you for protecting him. In Hibiki's dream, he recalled memories with his friends at a cafe owned by Amane. They were laughing and joking together, and one day, Hibiki was late for his morning class. When he opened the classroom door, a bright light struck him, sending him into another world. Amalia's spirit suddenly says, "Welcome to this world," which wakes Hibiki from his deep sleep, and when he looks at Amalia, who is fast asleep, there is a sight that is truly refreshing to the eyes amidst the exhaustion of real-life work. Wow! Hibiki, amazed by the beauty of the green light surrounding him, tried to check the status of that magical barrier, making him even more curious about how to return to Japan. Hibiki then looked at and explored his own status, while we focus on Amalia's sleeping position, which is so. Oh my god, I want to explore Amalia's assets. After Hibiki explores his status, he sees a description stating that Menu-san is an ability granted directly to Hibiki by the gods. Menu-san isn't a combat skill, but merely a support skill. So it's possible Hibiki could obtain any combat skill later on. Hibiki then decides to go back to sleeping next to Amalia. The next day, Amalia woke up before Hibiki, and only then realized she'd slept next to a cute, handsome guy like Hibiki. Her bashful blush made me want to hug Amalia so badly. Hibiki then woke up and buttoned up Amalia's shirt, which had come undone overnight. With loud confidence, Hibiki said, "Your boobies are pretty big too, huh?" Bang bang. Hibiki got punched by Amalia. After Hibiki was given a healing potion, they set off on their journey to the city of Lowell. Amalia would protect Hibiki during the journey, so Hibiki didn't need to worry. Hibiki said that there were a lot of monsters in this forest, judging by the world map. Amalia was surprised to hear that, since the world map skill is AAA ranked and extremely rare. Of course, adventurers would definitely covet such a versatile skill. Adventurer? Hibiki asked. Amalia felt a bit stressed and jealous that a guy as handsome and cute as this had the world map skill, and she was annoyed that Hibiki didn't even know what an adventurer was. Menu-san explained what an adventurer was to Hibiki, and Amalia muttered that it made perfect sense why Hibiki had been able to navigate the maze-like grasslands earlier. Amalia now understood that Hibiki was just a cute, innocent, handsome guy. Since Hibiki had become Amalia's friend, it was time for Amalia to drag the handsome Hibiki along to help her hunt monsters. Coincidentally, there's a rare monster there with a very high market value. Amalia attaches sound suppressors to their bodies, and Hibiki provides detailed status information to Amalia. With their combined skills and abilities, the rare rabbit monster in front of them is definitely within their grasp. Amalia's enthusiasm was burning brighter than ever, but when she unleashed her full power, it turned out the rabbit's escape skill was faster than Amalia's spirit arrows. This made Amalia very sad. She also didn't have any skills stronger than before. Amalia said that Hibiki's abilities would surely be in high demand by every party once they reached the city. So, Hibiki just needed to stay at the very back during battle, and direct all the members using the world map skill. In Hibiki's mind, he didn't want to end up like that, and would continue to grow in line with his future profession. Hibiki then asked, "Is there another way to kill that rare rabbit monster?" Amalia replied that when the rare rabbit monster attacked, it wouldn't be able to use its escape ability. Hearing that, Hibiki had the idea to use himself as bait, and Amalia would attack at the right moment. Hibiki had already looked at the detailed description of the rabbit monster, and it stated that it was very stupid when it came to attacking. Their plan was put into action immediately. They lured the rare rabbit monster toward an open field, trapped it, using Amalia's wall spell, and Hibiki casually sleep right in front of the monster. Without hesitation, the monster attacked Hibiki, giving Amalia the perfect opportunity to finally defeat it. Hibiki then gained a lot of EXP and leveled up. Not only that, but Menu-san also chattered on about several things to Hibiki, leaving him with no choice but to accept it. Amalia said that Hibiki had indirectly formed a party with her through this plan to hunt the rare rabbit monster. Amalia was overjoyed because she was able to obtain a rare item with a high resale value, and we could all feel the happiness. Amalia was radiating.
大きな2つの山を越えたね。
Wow. Meanwhile, Jewel, the guild receptionist, was assisting a girl named Ivel, who finally succeeded in registering as a new adventurer. Ivel said she already knew the purpose of her mission as an adventurer and would carry it out immediately to search for something specific and unique. In a certain realm, a god was observing Hibiki's progress in the Isekai.
君の人生に幸多からんことを祈ってるよ、響き。